You don't need a halo to know where to go. Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. How are we doing, folks? So, just going to be reacting to Harry Kane, who's about to take a penalty. He takes a breath. He's running up to it. He shoots and he scores. Harry Kane, 2 goals versus Latvia, I believe. Who scored the first one? I think it was Gordon. So Gordon and Harry Kane on the score sheet for Latvia. Be interesting to see if Marcus Rashford comes on in the second half. But we'll have to wait and see for that. Let's go over today's news. So, let's move over here. Or let's move over here. Okay. So, starting off with Jadon Sancho. Wow, where do we even start with this? I think I might do my own separate video on this altogether, but Jadon Sancho, sweet Jesus. So, this is, you can't really see her name on the screen, but this is from Maybach May, who is supposedly a procurer of prostitutes, maybe pretty much a pimp in the football world or just in the celebrity world in general. And yeah, she has, obviously there's a lot of allegations going around about Jadon Sancho's links to Saweetie, a female rapper who he's literally got a tattoo of her behind his ear. I don't know if they're going out still, but I think they were going out at some point. And sweet Jesus, I mean, she has leaked the DMs for Sancho. Double I, hashtag admin stop the long intros. I'm sorry, mate. Once I hear that Diddy, once I hear that song, no Diddy, once I hear that song, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. But yeah, this is a leaked message from Maybach May from Jadon Sancho. So this is what May said. Hi, I left yesterday with no issues because I trust you that you will have, and then blanked out. And she's added Sancho saying, but good to see you, Double I, hope you're doing well. But yeah, she's added Sancho saying, this my last time asking about what you owe me, and you know I have facts. All them balloons you inhale got you running slow af. Wow. Okay, so I don't know if she's talking about running slow because Sancho hasn't paid her yet for the alleged pimp services she has provided to him, or it's a case of running slow af as has it literally affected his body? Has it literally affected his body? And that's why Jadon Sancho is no longer the player he is. Who knows? But yeah, this is what Sancho responded with. Hello, May. Sorry disturb you. Sorry disturb you. I've been trying to get hold of Diamante. We can only imagine who that is, who Diamante is, today. And I have had no luck. We got into it yesterday at dinner. Was trying to figure out if you've heard from her at all today. Honestly, how old is Jadon Sancho? Jadon Sancho, age. He's 25 years old. Oh my god. He's 25 and he's sending text messages to pimps saying, sorry, disturb you. Oh god. Sancho being called a client. Yeah, I can't imagine his career being lower than this. To which Maybach May responds, I haven't talked to her today. I did late last night. She's also shared this, which you can't really see on the screen, but I'll read out, where on her story she put, at Sancho, you do not get to kick a ball in peace while owing me money or owing me $1 and still out there tricking. It's all your fault, messy little fairy. Like, I would feel bad for him, but at the same time, bro, like, come on, Sancho. Yeah, he's a professional footballer. He could probably get with a lot of women, I'd imagine, like on the low, but instead he decides to integrate with pimps. Jadon Sancho, freedom fighter. That may get its own video going through the whole saga. That might get its own video. Thomas Tuchel also came out with a quote on Marcus Rashford saying, let's get this. Marcus Rashford, his ceiling is very high, perhaps higher than others. He has potential, but the word potential is dangerous in football. You have to consistently reach your personal best. It's not just about talent, but he can prove. But can he prove it at the club and international level? Marcus can be one of the best players in the world with the quality I see in training. He's excellent at shooting with both feet and his head, fast, strong in the air. So where's the limit? There is no limit, but his numbers don't reflect his potential. He needs to work harder to be impactful in creating and scoring goals. Very good. Very good from Tuchel. I mean, obviously, it's good to see a manager actually telling him, yeah, you need to stop being so lazy because you've got all the physical attributes to be really good. But that's always been the question over Marcus Rashford. Why do you think he's got a celebration where he literally points to his head? The mental game has always been his weakest. And yeah, it's a shame to see his deterioration as a player and see him just blame it on the environment. Because we'll soon see if it was the environment or Marcus Rashford's just having a purple patch at Barcelona. Even if he does well at Barcelona, I am of the belief that Marcus Rashford will not sign a permanent deal at Barcelona, purely because, I mean, purely because Barcelona don't have the money to sign him. So I think that he's going to have a good loan there, and they're probably going to say, okay, thanks. And then he'll probably get sent back to United and we'll have to loan him out again or sell him to another club. F him disrespecting us and prefer to move to Villa than freaking Juve. Just the squeeze every last bit of his salary with us, prick. Fair enough. Very well put, Double I. Very well put. I think it is a bit of a quiet night tonight because of all of the friendlies going on. Let's see what's going on with the friendlies. So Spain are 1-0 up to Bulgaria. Turkey 3-0 up to Georgia. Ireland 0-0 with Armenia. Portugal 2-1 up against Hungary with Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 2 goals. What a surprise that Portugal are looking a lot more threatening when Diogo Dalot is off the pitch, and his replacement, Semedo, even has an assist. What a shock. What a shock. But moving on, Brighton have no plans to cash in on Carlos Baleba next summer. Suggestions that the player is unhappy and is pushing for a transfer have also been played down. As per Alex Crook, he's usually a good source as well. So, I mean, to say Brighton have no plans to cash in on Baleba next summer, I think that's just... I don't know how much I believe of that because there's a lot of interest in him right now. So why wouldn't they cash in on him when they can get a solid like 80 to 100 mil? Manchester United target Antoine Semenyo does have a release clause in his current Bournemouth contract. So he does have a release clause. We don't know how much that's for. He did only sign a new contract in the summer for around 5 years, I believe it was. So yeah, we don't know how much that release clause is, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. Antoine Semenyo's Bournemouth contract includes an undisclosed release clause as the club strives to retain their star player. Semenyo discussed with Manchester United and other English teams before signing a 5-year deal this summer. Aside from Carlos Baleba, another potential January option for Manchester United is Borussia Dortmund's Joe Bellingham. That is seen as a difficult deal to do mid-season. Do we want Joe Bellingham to come in with a lot of expectation, being Jude Bellingham's brother, and mid-season when I don't think we really need a player of his kind of profile. Maybe a loan for him, and then he goes back to Dortmund. Who knows? But yeah, I don't personally see that happening. Manchester United are releasing a 2025-26 lifestyle retro shirt inspired by the club's 1990-1992 away shirt. I'm not going to lie, that thing is a thing of beauty. I may be getting myself a cheeky shirt here because I think that looks beautiful. What do you guys make of this shirt? I don't get the Semenyo talk, whether we sack Amorim or keep Amorim. I don't see him fitting in any formation, only because all them positions would be taken. I think Semenyo would be... let me see something about Semenyo, actually. Because I think what he would be is competition for... Where is he? Okay, here he is. Let's see. So, yeah, it's a hard one with Semenyo to see where he would fit in because the only realistic... Because he is a left-sided winger, isn't he? So the only position he could really fit in as is potentially a backup / replacement for Cunha if United aren't 100% sure that Cunha is going to do the business. But then at the same time, we've got Mount as backup for Cunha, so Semenyo would literally have to be a replacement for Cunha. But I don't see us getting rid of him too quickly, so yeah, I don't know. To be honest, Johnny. I don't know why we're linked with Semenyo either. Obviously, he has played very well this season. I personally think that we should have gone with Semenyo instead of Cunha, but I think he would have cost a bit more money. I just... yeah, I'm not... Some people are quoting 70 mil for Semenyo in the summer. I just don't see that as being one of our priorities right now. So even though we are linked to him, and I think that we do appreciate Semenyo because supposedly Amorim's been on dinners with him and he has spoken to the Man United hierarchy, I think odds are we're probably not going to end up signing him. I'm not falling for the trap. We don't need Job. Personally, I think he got the Dortmund move just because of his brother. Potentially double I. I mean, potentially. There's definitely family links there. I mean, if the stories about like his parents walking into the dressing room and stuff like that are actually true, I don't want Job anywhere near Manchester United. Cunha left 10 left wing, and Buemo 10 right wing, Ahmad right wing, right mid. So unless he was played left wing back, but I really would hate ruining his talents like that. So unless we get rid of Mount at some point, yeah, I don't see us getting rid of Mount though. I mean, it depends. If Mount gets injured this season for a long-term injury, we could potentially see him getting moved on in the summer. But yeah, no, I don't know about that. I don't know about Mount getting replaced because I mean Amorim's obsessed with him. But let's see. Paul Scholes on Sir Jim Ratcliffe giving Ruben Amorim a 3-year backing. That's ridiculous. What did you expect him to say? That he'd fire him after 3 games? As the owner, he has to say that. He can't pile pressure on him. I mean, Scholes makes a very good point, but I do think that Scholes is sitting in that negative bubble. You know what I mean? Like, I think he is quite a negative pundit when it comes to Manchester United stuff. I mean, even Roy Keane looks a bit more positive than Paul Scholes, which is actually quite sad to see. But yeah, it's not good. The fact that Paul Scholes is questioning this, because again, it's like it's just playing into that narrative of ex-player pundits always being negative about the manager. But I understand his point, because obviously Sir Jim's not going to say, okay, we're going to get rid of him straight away if he doesn't perform. But at the same time, Sir Jim could have been more vague. He could have just said something like, we'll have to see how results go, or just really a completely vague answer. But he did say, and put his balls on the line pretty much, saying we're going to give him 3 years. I think that's something to be respected. But we move on. Paul Scholes also mentioned, I was talking with Jim Lawler, the former head of recruitment, and he was telling me the biggest test we look at for the players we want to sign is the match at Anfield. It's the toughest place and the most hostile atmosphere there. So what I think he's saying is that if players they're looking at have played at Anfield before, they'll look and see how they perform in those games to see how they perform in such a high pressure situation. I'm very interested to see how we perform against Liverpool on the weekend. I'm not going to lie, because obviously in high spirits after the Sunderland game, but at the same time, like Paul Scholes says, most hostile atmosphere there is for a United player and many players in the Premier League. And yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know if United are going to be able to handle that pressure. To be honest, though, from Scholes' point of view, he played in great midfields under Sir Alex, and now as a pundit, he sees the club and also many managers getting rid of our best midfielders and then keeping trash. What do you mean by our best midfielders? Do you mean Fred? Do you think we should bring Fred back, Johnny, or what do you think? England have just kicked off the second half, by the way, so we will be commentating on that. We're currently 3-0 up against Latvia. But Lisandro Martinez is closing in on a return to training, but United will not take any risks, so his return to a matchday squad is not imminent. He could return just before the November international break. Okay, so Martinez will be returning in about a month or so. So he's probably just sick of the club. I think I don't know what it is. I think Scholes is he just seems like a very interesting man. Like, I just don't think, I don't know, I'd imagine in his personal life he's probably very joyful and stuff like this, but he really does not seem like a type of guy who enjoys doing media, enjoys talking about United, enjoys like doing these podcasts. I think he just knows, oh, okay, it'll keep him busy, you know? Best example for me is Pogba. We should have built around Pogba, but then he got put in a terrible midfield. That's very true, Johnny. That's very true. I mean, but then at the same time, I don't know, it's a hard one. I just don't think Jose Mourinho was the right man for Pogba. I mean, obviously, Jose wanted Pogba. He's the one who brought him in, but I feel like he was already coming to the club, and then Jose came to the club as well, and it was like, okay, I'll take him. I wonder sometimes, what do you think Pogba would have been like under Van Gaal? I do wonder what he would have been like. But yeah, Paul Scholes says here, I think today the people who decide on recruitment at the club don't know what it takes to be a Manchester United player, the manager included. Now, this again seems a bit more of a hater comment, if we're being honest. I think to say that Amorim doesn't know the type of player that United need and the people in charge of recruitment, like, I think all of the signings that we've made so far in the summer have been pretty good. Like, I mean, I think that other than Cunha, who hasn't scored a goal yet, I mean, I think everyone's done their bit. So to say, even Sen Larmans, and he's still very young, so to say that the recruitment team don't know what it takes to be a Manchester United player, I don't know, maybe he's got a point though. Maybe Scholes or an ex-player should be a part of the recruitment process in like vetting the players more, getting their psychological profile like Sir Alex Ferguson used to do. I think Mainu will end up being another example of that, but we will see. I just think Mainu needs to adapt or perish. That's what it comes down to. United are planning a revamp of their midfield next summer with at least one major signing expected. Be very interesting to see who that major signing is, whether it's Wharton, Baleba, João Neves, maybe. Who knows? Be very interesting to see who that is. Manchester United have not ruled out keeping Casemiro beyond the end of the season, but the midfielder would likely have to accept a pay cut if he wants to stay. Will Casemiro want to stay, folks? That is the question. Would Casemiro want to stay, or is he going to cash in and go to, I don't know, let's say go to Saudi and earn a shiz ton of money? I personally think that he's going to go to Saudi. But then he's very determined, isn't he, Casemiro? Like, he wasn't in Amorim's good books to begin with. Then he obviously fought hard and became a first team starter again. So he's not one of these players who just wants to throw the towel in. But my heart says that Casemiro stays. My mind says that Casemiro goes to Saudi for a shiz ton of money as a free agent. If these effers sign Gallagher and call that our major signing, I'm going to drink fairy liquid. Oh, God. Conor Gallagher's the major signing. He's going to transform our midfield. Congratulations to Diego Leon, who made his international debut for Paraguay today. Shout out to him. Joshua Zirkzee, again, a man who is looking more and more done with Manchester United as the days go by. Some may look at this and think, oh, okay, he's just doing like a model face. Look at the deadness in those eyes, people. He's ready to leave. He's ready to leave United. And Ben Jacobs on United takeover rumours. So it's not Saudi. I'm getting denials from sources that it's Qatar and that Sheikh Jassim may return. But there's a group specifically from the UAE that are interested and are exploring whether or not they can put together a consortium and have actually approached some ex-Manchester United players not to invest, but to be ambassadors. That's where we're at the moment. This group may be advanced in terms of internally putting itself together, but they haven't placed a bid, nor have they even alerted the Glazers yet. We'll have to wait and see how it develops. Again, it just sounds like BS, man. It sounds like, oh, okay, a bunch of Saudis are gonna, or not just Saudis, UAE people are gonna think, oh, okay, we're gonna just change everything and we're gonna bring legends back into the club, people who understand the culture and all of this. But it didn't work out for Solskjaer, did it? So why go down that route again? Casemiro saw Ugarte making a disgrace of that midfield role and said, I need to step up. I mean, fair play to him. He stepped up in our time of need. I don't know why Zirkzee doesn't get more minutes. Before that injury last season, he seemed to be our best performing attacker, and now suddenly Amorim doesn't give him any minutes. The problem is we've got like 3 better cams than him. We've got Mbuemo, we've got Cunha, and we've got Mount. We've got a lot of attacking talent who I believe is better than Joshua Zirkzee. I mean, like Mount, Premier League proven, Cunha, Premier League proven, and Mbuemo, Premier League proven. Zirkzee had a few good games. That's what he's up against. But he can't prove himself if he's not given minutes. So let's see Chris Wheeler, what he's had to say. So I think there was genuine noise around his job in that week. I think coming off Brentford, talking about Amorim, this is. I think Brentford was quite a big jolt. There was talk from Ineos that Sir Jim was backing him. From the club itself, it was very much a kind of set statement of, we have no replacements lined up. Apart from that, everything else was speculation. Around that time, there was a little disconnect between Ineos and Manchester United over what was going on. Wow, okay. Wow, okay. So basically the club's just said we've got no replacements lined up, so we have no alternatives. So Jim was backing him, but I don't think the final decision comes down to Sir Jim. I think it comes down to Omar Barada. So be interesting to see how that develops as well, because if Sir Jim's in favour of keeping him, but then Omar Barada, the man who's responsible for bringing him in, says no, he's not good enough, then there's going to be a bit of a disagreement there. Perhaps, to be honest, I'm not a big Mount fan, but even away from that, Sesko never subbed off and eventually may lead to injuries. Nah, he's young, mate. He's young. He didn't start the start of the season. Now he's only played 3 games in a row. And he's still getting up to match fitness. So, nah, I don't think Sesko is going to pick up any injuries. Touch wood, anyway. But let's see. Chris Wheeler and Sir Jim Ratcliffe giving Ruben Amorim 3 years. I don't think anybody can get 3 years. Let's wait and see. Nathan Salt who's he from Mail Sport? There's every chance United will be in the market for a new goalkeeper next summer, but it's more likely to be a backup option to replace Tom Heaton and possibly Altay Bayindir if he finally tires of being on the bench. So yeah, it sounds like Bayindir is going to stay on the bench, and we're going to get a backup, maybe a more experienced backup, just behind Sen Larmans. Tom Heaton as well is eventually going to leave, and I don't think Bayindir is going to be happy with being third choice goalkeeper. The Glazers would demand in excess of £5 billion to sell up, a significant return on their initial £790 million leveraged buyout 20 years ago. The previous Qatari bid, led by Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, would only go as high as $4.57 billion. But that isn't to say another Middle East consortium won't meet the asking price. One Al Sheikh has alluded to is believed to be UAE based. Are they going to go all the way up to the $5 billion asking price? I mean, they'd be seriously overpaying. I think Sir Jim would be actually disappointed, because this is a passion project for him to bring United up to standard again. And the idea that, he's put in 1.5 billion, and then and then obviously I think he'd make a decent amount of money back from the sale, but I think he would be disappointed knowing, I'm not an owner of Manchester United anymore, because there is a drag-along clause in Sir Jim's contract with the Glazers, which pretty much says if they want to sell the club, they can sell the club, and Sir Jim has no voice in the matter. So it is really interesting to see if that will progress. Let's see here. Okay. Bruno Fernandes obviously starts for Portugal against Hungary. Diogo Dalot is on the bench. And as mentioned, Portugal 2-1 up, absolutely flying against Hungary. And is it a shock that they're flying when Diogo Dalot is on the bench? You tell me. You tell me. Last statement, if Bayindir tires of being on the bench, the club shouldn't want a goalkeeper as bad as Bayindir at the club. I wouldn't even trust him to be the ball boy. Nah, Bayindir will get moved on. He will get moved on. Because he's not a good goalkeeper. I see us bringing in a Premier League proven goalkeeper. Who would you bring in, Johnny, as a backup goalkeeper? Who would you bring in as a backup goalkeeper for Manchester United? And the final story of today, Chris Wheeler saying when he was asked on whether Amorim has favourites, he said he's from Portugal, and I think his 2 favourites are Bruno and Dalot. Which, sweet Jesus, if Amorim is going to put his United career as a manager on the line for the likes of Diogo Dalot, then he deserves to get sacked, man. He will get sacked, and he deserves every second of it. Like, honestly, I just don't see how. I don't see how he can put Dalot in the same sentence as Bruno when it comes to his favourites. Harry Kane's just scored another goal, so I think that's a hat-trick for Harry Kane against Latvia. Well, okay, England coming forward again in the box. I think this is Gordon. Bloody hell, Henderson in a England lineup in 2025. And it's a corner for England. To be honest, if we wanted a backup goalie, I would have gone for Kelleher or Ortega, but they are unrealistic. Oh, do we want a former Liverpool player? Do we want the scum in goal for us? You just know that if he underperforms, then he's going to get absolutely rinsed by the United fans. But yeah, that is all the news for today. England in the box. Another corner. Okay, we're going to react to this corner and then we'll call it a night. But that is everything from today. Does Ruben Amorim have favourites? I'm hoping he will show us that he doesn't and he'll get rid of Diogo Dalot in the summer. And Paul Scholes questions for recruitment, even though I think we've signed some pretty decent players in the summer. Oh, England in the box, gets the shot off, but it's blocked, and it's a throw-in for England. Okay, we'll call it a night there, folks. Bring Henderson back, lol. He'd get pelters. Oh, God. Henderson, who's pretty much... That'd be so funny. We put in a bid. We put in a giant bid for him to sit on our bench again. And then he's just literally slagging us off in every interview, saying about how, oh, yeah, I didn't even give Ten Hag the chance to play me. I just told him I need to leave. Dean Henderson. I mean, the FA Cup winner, Dean Henderson. But yeah, we'll leave it there, folks. Hope you all have a delightful evening or a delightful morning whenever you're watching this. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Before I do go, special shout out to the members. So special shout out to Kiefer Bix, Ethan Johnson, the Dutch Destroyer, and Matty Scott, the people who keep the lights on at Old Truthford Incorporated. But yeah, hope you all have a delightful evening. He's having flashbacks of the hair at the same time. Oh, God. Poor Henderson, man. Poor Henderson. He thought he was going to be United's number one, but he just didn't quite cut the mustard. Hope you all have a delightful evening, folks. But for now, Godspeed.